Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the stream. As you see, we are streaming for underdogs tonight. I have streamed for underdogs before. It's kind of been a minute since I have, but with that being said, we do have a packed lobby, pretty full lobby, more than normal. With that being said, we have Red Alerts, Broken Spirits, almost there, Rogue Esports, Chicken Chokers, Entity Gaming, 4 Rogue Men, Inhuman Esports, Rain Esports, X Rated, Just for Fun, Mezexis Esports NA, SW Esports, JAYNEPAL, Velocity, Xtreme Reapers, Rival 6, Sentinels, New Era, Dope, Dauntless, and Night Giants. Those are the teams that are playing tonight. So let's see how this game is going to be looking to go. As it is going to be game 1 here. We're going to be heading into Erangel for game number 1 as usual. So let's see how everything goes and how these teams are going to be looking to take these fights with these teams. Yeah. Best of luck to everybody. And let's see who's going to take the win tonight. Let me check to see what is going on. Since we are past hard start, there was 2 minutes. Alright, now I started. Alrighty, let's get to it here as we are on red alert for the first game. So let's see how this is going to go here for these teams and players as we do wait for to get into the plane. And see how it does look to favor these teams. Alrighty, now let's take a look at the plane. It is going to start out from the north side, a little bit to the left of shooting range, going all the way down to the Sanuka military base, ending off on that western side as well. So let's see how this goes. What's good, Viper? Welcome to the stream. By the looks of it, we do have a couple players going to the Chinky here, but we do have a fight going on up here with Sentinels and SW Esports. Sentinels are looking to maybe start aggressive here on the SW. Luxury is going to get thirsted there. We have 3 players of Sentinels over here on this right side. As Flow is across the road. As Xtreme Slayers and Rain Esports looking to get into a fight as well. Mickey inside the 2-story house, as well as Drizzy being on the wall. Moving along here as the fights in Bachinki start breaking on out. Dope might have just been eliminated already here. That's Real Gunners Esports looking to take the fights. Taking out a miss. Jit gonna get knocked there as well. Let's head on up here towards the like of Rain. Rain losing another player. Just down to Goat here. As Bot has been eliminated as well. Just for fun. Get into a fight. As well. Over here towards Velocity and Chicken Chokers up to 2 eliminations already. Looking to push on to Baby Tank here. Baby Tank picking a knock on one. Move around. Gonna get knocked in return and immediately thirsted there. Now we have just a few teams in Chinky. Gonna be leaving it up to 4. There was many more. But we shall see as Sentinels taking out the likes of SW Esports over here. Up to 5 eliminations already. But just down to Flow. Sentinels losing Jit, Cloudy, and 32 Dosh. Gonna head on up here towards Jasnai just for fun. Up to 2 eliminations already. Lil Wayne, Trick, Clown, and I don't know who their 4th is, but Red Alert being pushed up upon here. As Ferk is not just down to Dill. Lil Wayne, Clown making sure they clear out all the rooms so far. Making sure nobody is camping in them. As they clear them out one by one. As that's going to be Rain Esports eliminated as well. They're going to start moving on in. They're going to clear the right side first. More than likely going to go out there since all 3 are in here. As Clown takes that elimination. Going to head on over here towards 505. He has a player right in front of him. From 4 Rogue Men going to get a knock. That's going to be damn the man. As now it's just down to Snorlax. They are just a duo as well. Don't think their full squad got on in. Let's head back on over here towards Bachinki. Or actually we could head on over here towards Xtreme Slayers. Aim. That's Freddy over here on the side. Sees where Gon is. Gon crawling on down. While the rest of Broken Spirits are a little bit split up. God Kid and Monarch. God Kid driving his car on over here to save his teammate. But little does he know, Freddy on the side. God Kid being low 1 HP. Can they get the knock on him? As they do, now just down to Monarch. Monarch over here with the iron sight on his AUG. So we shall see how this goes. What's good, 6? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Let's see how this continues to go here. being pulled up on here by the team of Xtreme Slayers. They're aware of him still being here, not seeing him leave, as now they're looking to push on up. Monarch laying on in a room. They're aware as they do. Moving on up the stairs there. Brady FPP with the pump in here, tagging him up. 1 HP, and that's going to be Monarch eliminated as Xtreme Slayers pick up 4 eliminations here on. So we shall see how it's going to look. How it's going to be looking to go on out. So let's head on over here towards Bachinki, where all these teams are at as well. We still have a player for Dope. And it is going to be Vito, as Flo does get eliminated there as well. They're going to get knocked there by Vito's need. Vito trying to blow up the gas can to get the thirst onto Coffin. He's going to push on up here to get that confirmed. Making sure he can get that kill as Neversize picks up a knock onto Chicken Chokers. Alrighty, Rival 6 looking to take a fight here with Mezexis. Young gonna get knocked there. It's just down to start, and Kryptonite. That's Kryptonite over here looking towards the way of his teammate. As Shoyoung does get eliminated there. Kryptonite gonna take those shots, but Mezexis might want to look to take that fight, but there is another players from Rival 6. Star over here moving on around zone, looking to favor down the south side, but mainly favoring the main island still. But we shall see how it continues on. Star looking to pull on up to help out his teammate, but the rest of Mezexis looking to join on up here. Star pulling out the pump versus the DBS, and the pump gonna win there. That's gonna be a player from Mezexis eliminating Star. Needing to hit on up here. Gonna get another knock there onto Mezexis. Mezexis a bit split up as Alza's and Mike's of show being elsewhere. We're gonna head on back over here towards Bachinki as Vito over here as a solo for Dope, taking shots at the pick up a knock there onto another player. Cooking up a nade here. Gonna look to throw the nade on out. Gets the knock. Pulling out the ace. As Knife gets knocked there as well. Vito getting pushed up on. Turning around completely onto Chicken Chokers. Chicken Chokers eliminated there. 3 piece from Vito with the help of Velocity, I do believe. Or it might even been Wolf here who picked up a knock there. But now it is just down to Nahan here for the team. Nahan's going to look to regroup with his teammate to go get that res. Then we have a trio of Velocity just setting on the roost here. They haven't really looked to make any push to any of these fights, as they've just been setting here, or at least a duo setting here. Instead, looking to join on up here. Vito might look to possibly eliminate him if they hear that horse. But we shall see if he does. He's looking to throw out a smoke. Instead, might catch him off guard. But we shall see. So take a look here at the zone, staying over here towards Ferry Pier, being center of zone. We do have a couple teams across onto military. We have Inhumans, Rival 6, and Mezexis all still outside of zone. shall see how this continues on and where these fights are going to happen. As no fights at the moment is going on, you might see Velocity and the likes of 4UnderDAWG Esports fight it out, finish it off in the Chinky. We shall see. Vito taking grannies here. Nobody being on up here, but there is a player not too far, as that's going to be the boy here for Entity Gaming. Entity more or less a little spread out, as the boys on the bridge with the other players are over here by the compound behind the garage, as well as the hill, just chilling on over here. So you not aware of the boy being back here, but the boy not making any noises. As he does want to be careful not to get knocked, because if he does get knocked, it's going to be a lot harder to get him rezzed. What's good, Crucial? Welcome to the stream. Also, thanks, Ghosty. Thank you for letting me know that was me, and 505 is Ninja. Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome. Welcome, 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 guys. Appreciate y'all joining. Gonna head on over here towards Bob, as Mezexis is kind of right behind him. He might look to go for that Dacia, or he's just scouting around. Alves getting taken down to half HP there from Bob. Blaze looking to come on joining, as the rest of Daunt is looking to do the same. Klaus and Casper looking to come on over here, as Mezexis stopping at this Wizard Tower. Cho getting spotted there. Blaze gonna look to try to C-swap, as Blaze is gonna look to throw a molly on in here. As Alves does get knocked, Blaze gonna look to throw a molly on the bottom, as the util is going on off. Casper gonna get both of those eliminations. Dauntless pick up their first two. As Dauntless looks get looted up, as Entity Gaming gonna be down to just one player now, as it's gonna be the boy, as almost there, losing a player for 2 new era. Ying, Esrix, no one, and Wow is here. Vidu taking his push into very Pier here, as we might see the likes of almost there in a fight with what's left of Rival 6, Kryptonite, and the likes of Star. Star takes some shots towards G9. G9 getting tagged up. Wiz was also eliminated. That's good to hear, Crucial. As now almost there, taking a fight with just for fun here now. Gonna get a knock there, Lil Wayne. Gonna get the open and knock there now. They're gonna start pushing on up. Nate here looking to lead the charge. Trick wrapping a little more right. As Clown's full sending it on in here. It's gonna look to start cooking up an aid to throw towards G9 and Philo. Philo gonna be more in the backside, as Nate's continuing on out here. That Nate tagging him on up. G9 getting knocked by Lil Wayne. Philo more in the back there. Clown looking up a nade. Trick gonna get knocked there by Zoom just for fun, losing a player, as Philo getting tagged up by the nades. Lil Wayne looking to pick up another one here, but Clown looking to try to push on up towards Zoom. Gonna look to throw a molly out there as well. We'll see if he gets some damage, as the rest of his team's going to look to join on up here. Zoom going to get another knock there. Now down to Little Wayne and Nate. Almost there, getting their resets. Zoom going to get knocked. Low Wayne low on HP. As that's going to be Vito picking up another elimination for himself there. As he's getting pushed up on as by the boy and Star. Getting more loot. 7 eliminations here. Shall see how this goes. I assume he took out Kryptonite since Star is the last one alive. Nucleotide or Inhumans taking a fight over here with Velocity. That's Rush Boy going for the thirst with the punch here. So we shall see how this goes, how this continues to play out, and everything here. There's now Roadgunners Esports going to get eliminated there by Dauntless. Bob and Klaus both picking up eliminations. Now they're looking towards the likes of Xtreme Slayers as they're aware of Xtreme Slayers being over here now. Freddy looking to try to go for an off angle here. Casper going to move on up towards Freddy's area. He spots him on out. But he's going to be a little careful of Legend and Yuya on the side. Freddy throwing some needs here. Nice bot. Casper throwing some as well. Klaus moving on back. On up closer towards Yuya and Legend. Casper going to get knocked there by Yuya. Legend getting tagged up as well. Bob giving that cover fire from the back there. Klaus going to move on up here as these players are pushing on back. Yuya wrapping on around. Legend still in the backside. Blaze going for the res on to Casper. Blaze getting it off there. Back to Brady getting knocked. Brady trading it there. Yuya wrapping on around. Bob needs to catch Yuya off guard. While Klaus is looking to take the ones with Legend here. Cooking up a need to throw onto Legend. Legend back up there. Legend gonna get knocked. Now just down to Bob and Klaus. As that is gonna be Xtreme Slayers eliminated there by Dauntless. Up to 7 eliminations. Just losing Casper though. Not too bad of a casualty, but you definitely want to be a 4-man top 9 here now. They have 7 eliminations to make up for losing Casper. As you can see, the zone here, not really the best zone you want, as they are going to look to stop on this lip area. Klaus is going to look to throw some smokes out. So let's see how this is going to go here. So it's going to be Vito over here taking some more shots, doing the work. JAYNEPAL push on in. Stranger's going to get thirsty there by Vito. Vito spraying the smoke. Ninja going to be knocked. As now it's just down to Code and VV2 for Xtreme. Rain, I think, is who this is. I'm not fully sure. JAYNEPAL gonna get a thirst there. Being on the beach side, needing to make their way in. Everybody needing to make their way into the zone besides Voodoo and New Era. Dauntless just down to Klaus now. Gonna be the 1-man army. He's aware of Velocity being in the garage here. Being cautious on peeking them right now. But can't see how this will go. They are trading on shots, but also taking some shots from the backside from the other teams. Third party, but Rushy Boy moving on in. Koozie, last one alive over here now for Velocity. Pump in hand. Rush Boy gonna get knocked there. Inhumans just down to 3, trading off shots. That's now Klaus is going to be aware who that is. Looking more towards Ninja right now. Ninja not being able to tag him on. Ballas is going to get the knock there onto Ninja. V2 also eliminated as well from the likes of almost there. Ballas dropping back down low on HP here. Needs to heal on up and get into the zone. Bro is possibly looking to try to get the res onto their teammate. Ballas getting healed on up. Rush Boy looking to push on in here towards Klaus. Klaus going to swap here. Jump out the car. And that's going to be Rush Boy picking up that elimination. Ninja more than likely going to die. So that's going to be another elimination for Dauntless to have. As now a new era here in the compound with the best spot in the zone. Looking to take some shots here. Yeen gets a knock there onto Bro is Pro. Bad spot, taking another knock now, almost there, looking to try and stay behind cover as Jean might look to try to shoot Kilo under the car there. Kilo moving around, trying to stay safe here as a new era continue to take these shots here onto these players. Head on over here to Wows and Asterisk. Someone does pop here. These players need to look to move out. No one's going to look to move on out towards JAYNEPAL. They do have a wooden shed they could possibly crash. Philo's going to be the one to crash it. There's some bunkers. No one has a couple nades that he could possibly throw onto JAYNEPAL here. We shall wait and see. As almost there, getting tagged up. JAYNEPAL getting tagged up here by no one. What is going to happen here? No one needs to be careful. That's almost there. His toes are spotted here by Wallace. Wallace going to take some shots towards the car. As that's going to be Zoom getting knocked. Almost there. G9 going to be looking to maybe try to go res his teammate. Gonna go. Inhumans trying to make their way on in here. Tagging them up. So that's gonna be Inhumans looking on in here. Being aware of these players. Wallace is gonna get knocked there by Philo. Philo needs to be a little careful there. New era here. Needs to take this fight. Bro and Rush Boy. Now just down to Pixel. Pixel getting a knock there. Rush gonna get eliminated. Asterisk needs to watch their backside as that's gonna be Inhumans eliminated. As Zone popping on up. New error. I don't know how they were losing all this. And that's gonna be the line of Xtreme Rain there. Now JAYNEPAL down to just a duo. Abral looking to be res. New era making their way on to Philo here for almost there. Now just down to Asterix here. Asterix not seeing them in the car. Trying to move on around. Molly pops there. That's going to be almost there. Philo keeping himself alive. Needing to heal up. Almost there. Doing some work. G9 over here picking up the knocks. Now just down to Slayer. Let's see how this continues to go. This should be almost their win. So they're up to 12 elims. Could make it 14. G9 gonna hop on in the hovercraft, looking to push towards Slayer right now. He spots out Slayer hopping on the top there. G9 moving around Slayer on the bunker. But I don't think G9's aware of Slayer being there. As he is gonna start taking some shots. Slayer gonna move on out. G9 getting that last final elimination on. That's going to be game number 1. Going to almost there with 14 elims. JAYNEPAL taking second with 3. New Era going on third with 3. Xtreme Rain going out in 4th with 3. Inhumans going out in 5th with 5. Dauntless going out in 6th with 8. Dope. going out in 7th with 8. Vito picking up all 8 of those eliminations for his team. Velocity going out in 8th with 1 elimination to their name. So now take a look at the rest of the results here before we move on over to stars of the match, and then also to the second game of the night, Miramar. So we do get to the bottom here as Bangabura, I don't know how you say his name, but they're going to be the first one eliminated. First team fully eliminated is SW Esports. Let's take a look at stars of the match. Vito with going all out, Jack with best companion, and G9 with the finisher. That is going to be game number 1 done. We are going to be right back, so do stay tuned for the rest of the matches. Yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we're going to be getting into game number 2 here now, as we are going to be getting into Sanok. They're seeing game number 1 go into the likes of almost there. Now let's see who's going to be taking game number 2, as it is, you know, the slopey, sandy map. It is a lot harder to maneuver around and everything. Let's see how it is going to go here. For game number 2, as we're waiting on everybody to get on into the room. Alright, guys, let's get into this game, as everybody is now in the room. They were asking for extra time so they can get on in. Now, majority of players are in the room. Let's head on over here towards almost there, since they were the winners of first game. So let's see how they are going to be looking to do for game number 2. Are they going to be able to stay proactive and keep it up completely, or are they gonna not stay very consistent? So see, as we are going to be getting into the plane here in just a sec. Yeah, let's see how game number 2 here is going to be looking to go for the teams as we hop into the plane. Plane is going to start all over there by Alarzar, going all the way down towards Bardona. So let's see how this is going to go for this team. Teams already jumping on out. Might have a hot drop here, so let's see what we are gonna get. Head on over here to our Czar, as we have Xtreme Slayers and Inhuman Esports. I'm going to share also with an explosive bow as well as an MK12. Now picking up a Uzi as well instead of keeping the explosive bow. He did have does have Rushy Boy not too far from him. Yeah, Yuya over here with the AK and Uzi on the water tank. Weed in the spot. So now Frady across the way. Moving on up. M4 and DBS Dauntless looking to take the fight right now as well. They do take a knock there. After Blaze with the mini 14. Getting the open knock there. Fingers being pretty quick there. Explosive boat. Ace as well. Blaze picking up another knock with the mini. As there's one more player, that's going to be Winstead. And that's going to be Blaze with the 1v3 with the mini. Blaze. DMR Demon. Hey, Blaze just keep using the mini, Blaze. As we do believe was almost there, losing a player. They're going to lose G9. We have Dope and Velocity and Picado. Gonna head back on over here towards Xtreme Slayers and the likes of Inhuman Esports. Blaze with the mini. I mean, hey, making sure it's an automatic, bro. Using it like it's an automatic. Hello, David. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Legend over here. Players from Inhumans pushing on up. Ninja gonna get knocked. Legend laying a little low here. Don't think they know he's here. Bro is gonna go for the res onto Ninja. As nades, or actually Molly's coming on out towards Legend's way. Not gonna tag him on. Pixel gonna get spotted there. Legends possibly gonna look to jump on the roof here. More util coming on out towards Legends way. Legends setting on the side here. Moso moving on up. M4 in his hand. Legend gonna start taking these shots. Rushy Boy tagged up. Moso moving on up towards Rushy as well. Rush Boy heard healing as Moso gets that opening knock. Moso gonna turn around but get knocked in return by Bro. Is Pro Legend gonna jump down, gonna look to try and help out his teammate here as Ninja gonna look to try for the first AKM in the hand of Legend. Yeah, Yuya gonna get a re-knock there onto Rush as Frady pushing on in here. They lose Legend. Yuya slowly making his way on in. Bro is Bro on the other side. Brady gonna throw a nade there. That nade not doing any damage. Brady gonna get knocked there as well. Yuya being the last one here. Taking the ones. Gonna win the ones there as well. Now looking to make his way on up here towards Bro Pro and Rush Boy. Rush Boy looking to be revived here. As Rush Boy does get re-knocked for like 5th time, but that is gonna be Bro is Pro with a 1v4. Now we're gonna go all the way over here towards Picado to see what's going on with Dope and the likes of Velocity here. Nothing going on just yet as Chicken Chokers Sexes looking to get into a fight. Almost there, and Broken Spirits getting into a fight as well. Broken Spirits picking up a knock. Gonna be looking for that thirst here onto Philo. Reaper gonna get that thirst there onto Philo. So they're gonna be looking to boot them on up possibly and just make their way on in further into the zone as stage number 1 here is going to be looking to close on in. Mezexis continuing on their fight with Chicken Chokers here. Chicken Chokers getting knocked on to Azlaz. They are a bit split, so leader dropping down. Knight gonna get knocked there. Knight almost getting thirsted. Leader being aware of him. As Chicken Choker's taking another fight towards team passing by. Knight looking to try to be revived. Leader gonna take the 1v1. Gets the knock and thirst there. He's getting the thirst on both of them. Leader need to heal on up. Jack moving on up next to Leader here. Actually going right back down towards Joker. New Era over here. Trig's gonna look for the res. Leader over here taking some shots. He's aware of Jack being below. Not there. Turning around towards Jack. Or Joker gonna get down. Joker's gonna look for that thirst. As now Cho over here wanting next. Leader gonna get thirsted there by Ying from New Era. See how this is gonna be looking to continue on going here. These teams looking to fight. Roadrunners Esports and Red Alert over here. Velocity and Dope finally getting into the fight as well. Nahan wrapping around. Wolf a little low on HP. As Ferk taking those shots. They return fire there as well. Jill looking to be thirsted here by Wolf. Thirst onto Dill, gonna hop in the car. Never sides with the off angle, taking shots at Flag. Flag low on HP. Jot trying to make his way on out as well. Jot's car is smoking. Get spotted there. As Rain continuing on fighting down south. Red Flag does finally get knocked there. As let's head on to Ying over here. 5 eliminations. Wows being revived. Ying and Wows last 2 alive. As we do have Rainier, who are a bit split, but one is DC'd. Red Alert gonna take another knock there by Broken Spirits. Broken Spirits getting that knock there. Picking up another elimination to their name. Up to 3. Now just down to Verker. Red Alert only having 1 elimination to their name as well. Zone 2 here. Gonna be closing in a couple minutes. So teams do have plenty of time as of right now to be making decisions to loot on up and then start rotating still. Shall see what decisions get made here. JAYNEPAL making their way in from the north side. Verk might be getting crashed here by Broken Spirits. Broken Spirits too. Star picking up a knock onto Stranger there. As Reaper cooking up a need here. Verk going up the stairs. Reaper gonna look to throw another knee towards Verk's way, and it's gonna bounce on off the wall and down onto the door. Molly going on there. The third party coming on in from Just for Fun. Clown taking those shots. It's not connecting. Verk setting inside the room. Shotguns in here. The Broken Spirits. That's gonna be Reaper with the DBS Just for Fun. Continuing taking some shots. Lil Wayne looking to wrap around right now. Looking to go for a different angle here for his team. On to Broken Spirits. Broken Spirits looking to move on out. As SW Esports and New Era now getting into the fight. Lil Wayne takes some shots onto Broken Spirits here, tagging them on up. And Spaz is still the last one in the compound, making his way on out. As well as Rainy does go on out to the play zone. Just for Fun, looking to take this fight against Broken Spirit. Wing moving on up here, playing on the ridge line. Possibly going to be looking to try to get an opening knock for the team. Shall see if he can do so. He's up here by himself. The rest of Just for Fun is looking to join on in. I think Baz did see the likes of Wing. Not really sure, but we shall see as Just for Fun is looking to move on in here. They do hear the shots right behind them. Real Esports taking some shots as well onto Xtreme Rain there. Just for Fun now looking to make the crash on in here. Little Wing moving on around. Needs to be a little careful as Reaper and Godkid are over here. Reaper shots. Only hit in the car. Rival 6 and Xtreme Rain taking a fight. That's gonna be Baz getting knocked there by Clown and Thirsted immediately. Now Godkid gonna be knocked out. Just down to Reaper here. What is going on? And that's gonna be the likes of Broken Spirits eliminated. We're gonna head on over here towards Xtreme Rain now, as we have Rival 6 taking the fight with him. Star gonna be knocked here. Coffin taking out VD2. Real Esports not too far away, looking to make a push on up here now. Might see the likes of Just for Fun looking to third party this fight as well. We shall see. Rain hearing the rest of Real Esports moving on up here on their backside. Sentinels over here looking to third party this fight. Take some shots. Rival 6 getting knocked there. Hewitt getting knocked as well. Now just down to Rain. Rain. I think that's how you say her name. Being the last one. They pull out the pump. Molly's coming on out here. Smoke gonna come on out here as well. Just gonna look to throw a Molly down the stairs. Nade coming on in as that's gonna be Real Esports taking them out. That's Rival 6 done and dusted. As now, Dope Esports over here looking to maybe third party of the fight. Velocity still in Picado. Dauntless making their way in. Might run into JAYNEPAL. As JAYNEPAL is not too far away, but a little split up from one another. Might run into two separate teams as they are split like they are. Baby Suki here. This soon is Suki. Possibly going to be taking those shots. Vito being cautious here as well. Let's see how this goes. Vito leading the charge right now, up ahead for Dope as they're aware of Real Esports. Never side moving on around. Vito trying to wrap around here. Dauntless towards the hills here. Blaze, Bob, and Klaus patrolling the center zone. Sentinels now looking to take a fight with the like of Jit's gonna get a knock there. Now they're gonna be looking to make a push on in, as it is just down to Trick now. Clown already knocked as Trick maybe trying to get the res onto Lil Wing. But Jip pushing on in here, Lil Wing. Rick missing those S12 shots. And that is going to be Blow getting the final elimination there. And just for fun. Especially Trick there, missing quite a few S12 shots. Finally connected onto Jit. That's now Dauntless looking towards Mezexis. Klaus looking down below. He sees the cars, but he doesn't see the players just yet. As he does spot Alvaz as well as Cho. Gonna get knocked there. Immediately thirsted as well as Alvarez is looking to try to get behind cover as well here now. Triggs setting in a brick 1-story. Alvarez looking to figure out. Triggs looking to move on out. Possibly try to bait for Alvarez. But we shall see. Triggs hopping in the coop. Trying to keep it safe here. Alvarez moving on back. We do have the coop. Maybe take some shots here at the UAZ. Pop the tires. Make sure it's not usable. As another team passing on by, as Inhumans passing on by. Dauntless holding these hills. And Dope over here. Getting pulled up on by getting shot at here by Klaus. Klaus tagging him on up. Alvarez getting tagged up there as well by SW Esports. As SW Esports up upon by the likes of Inhuman Esports. Bro is pro. Inhuman Esports gonna be eliminated there by SW Esports. Baby Tank still playing by his car as now Sentinels by Blow. Getting tagged up there by Klaus. Klaus need to be a little careful here as Mezexis looking on his way. Gonna head on over here towards Bob and Blaze. He's picking up these thirst here, trying to at least Flow playing behind the car. As Blaze is trying to get the thirst there on to Flow. That's dope. Who does get thirsty there by Blaze. Blaze up to 5 eliminations here. And now he's going to look towards JAYNEPAL now. He's now taking on some shots towards JAYNEPAL. Gonna have to be moving off the hill here towards the likes of SW right below them. Focus back with JAYNEPAL and Mezexis as Blaze over here trying to steal the kills but not being able to connect fully. JAYNEPAL having one more player. Bob gonna pick up that knock there. For the thirst as well. JAYNEPAL just down to a solo now. Top 7 situation. Well, majority of these teams are just duos or trios. This Dauntless is going to be looking to move on down off the hill here. Klaus is going to be knocked here. Bob's going to be looking for that res onto his teammate Blaze. Continue to take some shots towards Mezexis. Getting another knock there. Aslaz is going to be looking for that res, but Blaze is looking for that. Spraying into the smoke, making sure he can't get to where his teammate was. We got 30 seconds to move here. So on what happens is SW Esports down below. Meanest being the spot of zone. We have Dope over here. So we have Havoc and Baby Tang. JAYNEPAL gonna get eliminated there by Dope. Top 6. We have Jip as a solo. for Sentinels, Velocity as a trio, losing QZ early on. Dauntless moving on down towards SW Esports. Gonna look to make sure no one is on that green thing. As Dauntless just above SW here. They think someone might be up there, but they're right below him here. Klaus throwing on needs onto Luxury there. Mickey tagged up as well. Needs coming on out. Klaus gonna throw another need. Get the knock onto Luxury. Now he's gonna be looking to throw one onto Mickey here next. Klaus getting tagged on up. Gonna move on down. Onto Luxury as they take out Mickey as well. Klaus need to heal on up here. Bob, Blaze making their way on down as well. Gonna be slowly playing this high ground, trying to pick up all these eliminations as much as possible. Ballas does get eliminated. Now it's down to a 3v3, v2, v1. Sentinels a solo, Velocity a trio, Dope a duo. Taking these shots with Blaze. Blaze not having it, returning shots back, tagging him on up. 9 eliminations for Dauntless. Dauntless is possibly going to now start making their way down in here. Klaus getting on top of the little crane thing here. As he's going to start getting in the car. They might move on in towards Sentinels. Spot that we shall see here. Dauntless making their way on down here now. Velocity taking the shots towards them. Not going to be doing anything. Dauntless looking to take the spot from Sentinels. By. As Sentinels does get taken out. Klaus getting knocked in return by Velocity. Blaze over here looking to try to save his teammate. Gonna start smoking it on out here. As Velocity looking to maybe try and throw some needs as they're watching them here. Blaze is gonna pick up his teammate and move on into the zone here. As they're taking a lot of damage. Blaze not being able to keep his teammate on alive. Gonna heal on up now. It's down to him and Bob. 10 eliminations right now. Top 3 situation. Looking to take this game for themselves. As it is a 2v2, v3. Velocity with one more guy than both these teams of Dope and Dauntless. But Dauntless need to make their way into the zone. Dope as well need to crest the ridge to make their way in. As Monkey moving along, as well as Havoc. Dope up to 7 elims. Velocity up to 1. Getting their first elim. Dope need to move soon, as well as Dauntless. Dauntless throwing the util on out to block the views here. Blaze getting tagged on up, low on HP. Baby King making his way around. Blaze healing on up. Baby King getting behind the drop. Blaze making his way back. After healing up. More smokes coming on out here. Bob and Blaze making a crash on over here now. Onto Velocity. Blaze avoiding the C4 there. As it continues moving along. Bob taking the fights here. Coming on in. Nick's probably getting knocked. Bot's going to get knocked there as well. That's going to be the Velocity taking on out. Now it's down to a 2v2. Dauntless versus Dope. Which team is going to be the superior one? Bob with 7 needs. Bob's going to get knocked there by Havoc. Now just down to Blaze. 2v1. Havoc going out the S12. Blaze having to jump out there. Not what he wanted. A UMP versus an S12. Not what you want either. But Dope taking first place there. With 9 eliminations. Dauntless going out in second with 13. Velocity going out in third with 1. Sentinels going out in fourth with 5. Mezexis going out in fifth with 6. SW Esports going out in sixth with 6. JAYNEPAL going out in 7th with 0. Inhuman Esports going on out in 8th with 5. Now we take a look at the rest of the results here. So that is gonna be game number 2 done. Dauntless having a better game than first game, but first game wasn't too bad of a game. Still picking up quite a few points, but this time picking up even more. Entity gonna be the first team eliminated, going out with 1 elimination to their name. As now let's take a look at the next stars of the match. Blaze going all out with 7. Bro is pro from Inhumans, best companion in a Havoc with the finisher there as well. So that's going to be game number 2 done. We will be right back for game number 3 as we're going to be headed on into Sanok. Yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we're going to be going into the third game for the night, as we do still have one more game right after this, as we're going to go back into and go after the Sanok. Do believe there's extra time being put on as well, if I just seen correctly, so giving everybody even more time to get into the room. And if you're new here to the stream, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping on by. If you would like, you can leave a like and subscribe as well. As we are streaming 4UnderDAWG 7 p.m. Monday night cash scrims, which they host Mondays and I believe Saturdays 9:30s, if I am not wrong. Is that it? Yes, it is. Alright. Getting into the third game now. Here we go. Let's see how this game is going to go. As it is game number 3. Alrighty, let's head on over to Dope, since they did win the last game. On to Vito. Into the plane, as the plane is gonna start right below docks there. Gonna be looking to go all the way up past Camp Alpha on that northwest side there. Shall see how these teams are gonna do here in the Sanok, as it is more of a wild card map. So yeah, let's see how this is gonna go. How many teams in boot camp? We only have 2, as well. Dope as Vito with the M16, knocking Young there, Geo, Grip the Knight, Young, and Hewick here, all looking to take the fight. So Hewick's gonna be looking to go for the res onto his teammate, as Vito is looking to try to push up onto Amir. Hopping on out. They're looking to play on the side of their teammate, as Geo and Shoyoung gonna be or Geo and trying to cover fire there. Actually does get res there, as they might be looking to push on to Vito here on out. but we shall see. As the zone does pop, we're going to head on over here towards Dauntless and Red Alert. Looking to fight for this hill. Blaze pushing on up towards Red Flag right now. He has an M7 and Casper. Casper getting knocked as well. Red Flag getting taken down. HP. Red Flag going to get knocked and thirsted as now Red Alert is up against a duo of Dauntless. As don't normally see Red Alert coming on up here. Xtreme Slayers looking to take a fight as well. But we're going to set on Dauntless and Red Alert here for a bit. As Red Alert not looking to take the fight with Dauntless fully here after taking out two of them already. They're looking to push on back to try and hold them off. Jot crawling on around. Blaze watching up ahead, jumping up and down, seeing where he's going to go. Dill looking to crawl like Jot. Blaze is going to look to move around. Jot's going to get turned on there by Blaze. Blaze getting that knock. Bob's going to have to be a little careful here as well, as they are looking to push on him here as well. Bob needs to be careful because Dill's also crawling right next to him. Bob's going to get the knock on the Berg. Bob getting knocked in return, just down to Blaze here. 1v1 against Dill. Vector versus Vector. Whose Vector is better? Shall see. That's going to be Blaze taking Red Alert out with Bob. We do have the center zone as well. We're going to head on over here towards Dope. Taking off two of Rival 6. Just down to Hewick now. Hewick. Knock on a Vito. That's going to be them eliminated. I do believe Xtreme Slayers got taken out earlier as well. Ninja up to 3 elims here for his team. As JAYNEPAL looking to take this fight. What Inhumans need on the rush. Push on out here. Low on HP. Needing to heal up. It's going to look to heal up here. AK. Gonna look to hold off right now as this team's getting that revive pistol on the roof. As JAYNEPAL down to just a sword. On the AK as that's gonna be JAYNEPAL eliminated there. As Broken Spirit looking at third party over here. Bass pushed on up. So we shall see how this is gonna be looking to go on. Let's see how this is gonna go here. As now it is just down to a duo for Inhuman Esports. Let's see how this is gonna go. As Reaper over here on the side. As for Rogue Men over here taking shots on to Dope here. As New Arrow over here as well looking to take a fight. With Real Gunner Esports. Real Gunner Esports wrapping all around them right now. Chicken chokers. Where are they? Okay. Taking a fight with SW Esports. SW Esports taking on a knock and losing Genis there. Sentinels also on over here as well. Possibly looking to just third party them here. But we shall see. They are a full squad this time around. The zone looking to favor on over towards the western island. So this fight's continuing on here. Chicken Chokers and SW Esports continuing on fight, and Mickey's gonna get eliminated. Pushing on up onto Chicken Chokers, gonna get knocked immediately after crashing into the rock, losing majority of his HP from crashing into the rock. It's not necessarily what you want to be doing there, especially when you're pushing on to people, even if they're solo. You just put yourself at a disadvantage. That being said, let's take on a look here at the map, as everybody is pretty much outside of the zone besides Dot, almost there, and Entity. All three teams in the zone. Broken Spirits, 4 Rogue Men, as well as which team is this? Inhumans gonna be looking to possibly fight. We have Sentinels over here looking to possibly fight as well with Chicken Chokers and SW. We have Velocity and Xtreme Slayers over here taking a fight. KD22 gonna get knocked there, as now Velocity is looking to try to take out the rest. Needs coming on up. Code looking to push on up here to try and pick up his teammate. Velocity slowly pushing on up, getting spotted there by Ninja, taking those shots, trying to get a knock there, but not being able to connect fully. Mezexis and Just for Fun over here continuing on taking their fight for Paradise. Mezexis getting a knock and thirst onto Clown, as we have Glenn getting knocked there as well. Now just down to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne looking to face off Mezexis. There's another team here actually. Don't believe. Yeah, we have. I think that is Ghosty there. Right on behind. Ballas go up, and that's going to get in the final elimination. Ghosty setting in the back here. Laying a little low for now. Just gonna chill here in the back. As Lil Wing is gonna look to move around. Is he aware of Ghost being here? We shall see. Ghost taking those shots onto Lil Wing, picking up an elim for his team. So that's gonna be Just for Fun eliminated. We're gonna head on over here towards Sentinels. Losing Cloudy. Jit picking up a thirst there onto Chicken Chokers. We're actually eliminated the last of Chicken Chokers there. So we do have still Broken Spirit and Inhuman Esports zone. Final close on up 12 teams. So we shall see how this is going to continue to play on out here. That zone looking to favor the northwest of the island there. Ballas still on in here, looking to move on out. Needs to be careful of almost there, moving around not too far. They might run into him, or he might run into them himself, as they really aren't looking towards his way as of right now. Ballas looking to make it into the center compound. Don't think this is something you want to be holding as a solo, but Ballas is going to be looking to try to do amazing things here. He's getting better loot and more meds and ammo here now. Taking up an AUG as well as a S12 as a secondary. So we shall see how this goes here. He's going to hear all those shots on behind him, as that's going to be almost there. And the likes of New Era here. New Era looking to possibly take the fight with we might see that duo actually looking to move on in onto Ballas here. Ballas laying a little low here. It's almost there. Might be looking to fully crash onto Ballas here. Ballas cooking up the needs. looking to throw him on. Entity gonna take a knock. Blaze cooking up the nade here. Looking to throw it on in. As he does. Tagging up Zoom. Gonna throw a molly on in as well. That's that one. Don't believe it went through the window. Blaze takes some shots onto Zoom. Tagging him on up. Zoom a little low on HP. Blaze has the full squad of almost there. Pushing up on him. Tags him up. But that's going to be Dauntless eliminated. Blaze taking a little bit too long, but taking a compound as a solo, not really what you want there. As now almost there, having a 2-2 split here for the center zone for Rogue Men versus Broken Spirit now. Broken Spirit just down to Baz. As Gorda here looking to throw it. Gonna pull out the S12 as Baz gonna get that knock there. As that is Broken Spirits down to just Reaper now here. So let's see how this is gonna go. Reaper making his way on in. Top 8 situation here. Everybody a little spread out, but quite a few people towards hot 10 area there. So we have Dope, Entity, and Sentinels as almost there, still having those 2 compounds in the zone. Broken Spirits making their way in for Rogue Men. Might look to possibly take a fight with New Era over here, as they're not too far away. They do here for Rogue Men moving on up. New Era need to make their way into the zone as they are on the outside of it. Even though they do have a building that's on edge, that's not where you want to play. You definitely do want to move on in. With Entity losing players left and right to Dope, as now it's just down to Nexus and Psycho here. Nexus pulling out the DBS, getting knocked on to Havoc, as now it is just down to Psycho here for Entity. Zone closing on in here. Sadara making his way in. Zoom taking a little watchtower here in the center of zone. So let's see how this is gonna go here. We're almost there with their 2-1-1 split, and see if anybody's gonna be able to take them out. Psycho gonna be eliminated there. Almost there, looking on behind them towards New Era. Let's see how the rest of this game looks to go. Okay, code here up on the rocks towards the center, as Zoom is right below in the tower. Needs to be a little careful once he hears those shots. We have a couple duos, a couple full squads. Well, majority of the teams are full squads, as we have 4 Rogue Men, New Era almost there, and Dope as the zone staying on the almost there compound. Zoom is going to be looking to make his way back towards his teammates, as Xtreme Rain over here taking shots onto Dope. So we have Sadara not too far over here for Sentinels. He is aware of Xtreme Rain as he's slowly moving on up behind him. Dope looking to move on up towards their way as Baby Tank is going to get beamed out of that little scooter and immediately thirsted there. Now Xtreme Rain need to make a decision to get to the zone. As they are aware of Sadara looking to steal their car, but Reaper also here. As I do believe that might be Sadara eliminated. Nope, Sadara is still alive. Scooting and booting with the car, but KD is aware that there's a player on behind him. Dope taking a couple knocks there on the way, trying to take Dope on out. Masuki being the last one alive for Dope. Gonna be getting gate kept here by almost there. Take some shots towards 4 Rogue Men now as they're trying to make their way on in here. So Sauter playing right below Xtreme Rain. Reaper going to be making his way on in. Sauter gets that elimination. Masuki going to go on out. Code being knocked. Now just down to KD here. KD needing to make his way on in. Going to jump down. 4 Rogue Men taking the fight with almost there. As that's going to be 4 Rogue Men eliminated. Almost there. Still alive. Take some shots towards Xtreme Rain now. Almost there, pushing on up. I don't think they seen Sadara there below the hill. Sadara is just chilling there. The boy spotted him out there. Gonna be picking up that elim now. Now it's just down to KD here. Almost there in a 4v1 situation here. Just pushing on up here, looking to take the fight. KD gonna be getting eliminated there, as that is gonna be almost there. I think this is their second win of the night. I think they won first game, if I'm not wrong. Picking up 9 eliminations once again, as well as Xtreme Rain taking second with 8 elim. Sentinels going out in third with 5. 4 Rogue Men in fourth with 5. Dope going out in fifth with 6. Not 6. 8. Broken Spirits in 6th there with 3. New Era in 7th with 2. And TD going on 8th with 2 as well. So now we take a look at the rest of the results here. Before we get on over to stars of the match in the last and final game as well. So we do get to the bottom. Xtreme Slayers going to be the first team eliminated, going on out with 1 elimination to their name. Take a look at stars of the match. The boy going all out with 5 eliminations, gone with best campaign, and the boy with the finisher. As that is going to be game number 3 done. We have one more game we're going to get to, so do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody, we're gonna be getting into the last and final game for the night. So we're gonna be heading right back into Erringo. So let's see how this game is gonna go, as it is the last and final game for the night. That's almost there, ending off with a second game, with a second win of the night for them. So we're gonna go back over to them. So let's see how this third game, no, not third game, last game is gonna go here for these teams. Let's take a look at the plane, as it is going to start all the way to the east, just down below Lapoca there, going all the way to the west through George Pole there. Let's see how this plays out here for these teams. Let's see what fights we are gonna get here, as we do have Chicken Chokers and Broken Spirits over here in the Poca. So let's see how this goes. Choker's been eliminated already to the likes of Reaper here. So let's see how this goes, just for fun. And Red Alert take a fight as well, just for fun, losing a player there. So let's see how this goes, as they are trading back and forth. But Chicken Chokers and Broken Spirits stalemate right now, so we're going to switch on over from them as we head over here to Just for Fun in Red Alert. Low Wing looking to push up on Low Wing gonna get knocked there. That is going to be hurt, and John, as Nate is looking to make his push up here. Trick looking to hold off who is in his building, as they are looking to push on in onto Trick here with a pump and UMP. The Wing looking to be revived right now, as Pachinki looking. Vert gonna get knocked there by Trick. Nate now looking to heal on up. Trick giving that cover fire. Trick push on up here after picking up some ammo, as that's going to be Red Alert eliminated. We're going to head on here towards Pachinki, as we have Dope here losing Vito. 2 eliminations now. Let's see how this does go here, as we have Xtreme Esports, Dope, and Mezexis Slayers. Never side, picking up a knock onto Masuki there. Masuki being too far out in the open towards Xtreme Esports. Dope is going to look for that res there. Havoc going to look to try to go get it. Masuki might go on out. Havoc looking to go and try and res there. Mezexis looking across. Ballas does have a need, but not going to be looking to throw it, as we do have Rain over here taking a fight gets Xtreme Rain here as KD does get knocked. The Ninja looking to push on in onto Ghost, gets the knock. As now it is just down to Rainy here, setting on in the corner with a VSS and a Uzi. New Era looking to take some shots themselves. See how this continues to go. Pachinki still going off. That's Mezexis versus Rain Esports. This Mezexis is now just down to leader here. This New Era now looking to take a fight as well with Inhuman Esports. They lose Jing there. Masuki taking out Velocity as well. No one gonna get knocked there. As New Era taking down just the two. Pixel looking to touch the 5. Pixel gonna get knocked onto Ballas. That's Pixel picking up the 1v2 there. Head on over here towards the leader. Leader takes some shots from Neverside there. Neverside's taking them on and out. As we also have Entity here now. So we shall see how this goes. They're going to be aware of Neverside's being down the hill, since he was taking those shots on to the player right up in front of him from Mezexis. Now we shall see how this fight is going to end up here. Xtreme Rain looking to take the fight on to Inhuman Esports. Now the likes of Just for Fun looking to join on us on this fight here. Nate when a nade tossed right up above his head. Gonna get knocked and thirsty there by Ninja. Now it's just down to Pro, Ninja, and Pixel against Stranger Code. The other Ninja and KD. Ninja's gonna get knocked and thirsted. Pro, and Pixel. Last two up here. Pixel not taking any shots there onto Ninja. They are gonna do so now. Pro is also getting tagged on up. 3 teams here. Pixel getting tagged on up there as well from Ninja. Get here just for fun. Laying low in this one story here. Trick and Lil Wayne. Back and forth. 505. He's gonna get knocked there. Is Pro getting the return knock as well. Dauntless looking to take a fight as well into Pachinki here. Just a trio. Entity losing a player here. Blaze picking that elimination up. And head on over towards his way as he's looking for another angle here. Ace up above. Does he not see him? He does spot him there for a sec. But he's going to look towards Psycho and get spotted by Blaze. Blaze picking up that knock. Now Dauntless is going to look to start playing aggressive here towards the rest of Entity. As it is just down to Nexus and Psycho here. Moving on back to Squad House there. Blaze getting tagged on up there. Moving around, trying to scout it on out for his team. Neverside's taking a fight with Monkey. As Casper throwing some nades on in here. Towards Entity. Nexus might just get there. Head on over here. Blaze cooking up the need himself here. Gonna look to heal on up a little bit as Nexus hops on out. Blaze cooking up a need here. Needs to be careful. Need's gonna hit him there. Nexus getting tagged up by Need as well. Casper trying to avoid the nades. Havoc gonna get knocked and thirsted there by Klaus. Psycho looking to push on in here possibly. Nexus jumping on in as well. Casper holding the pump out in his hand. Blaze trying to stay alive, but Blaze is going to get thirsty there as Klaus looks to join on in onto this fight here. Casper aware of Psycho on the balcony. Psycho getting tagged on up there. Casper going to get the thirst there onto Nexus. Now it's down to Psycho here. Casper cooking up a need here to throw on to Psycho. Gonna throw the need in, not gonna do any damage there. Psycho getting tagged on up. Klaus cooking up a need as Psycho gonna get needed there by Klaus. As that's gonna be Entity taking on out Dope. Now the last one's alive and Pachinki up to 2 here as now Dauntless possibly gonna be looking on towards their way here. Possibly pick up those 2 free elims. Top 9 situation here. Broken Spirits looking to join in on the action. Reaper gonna get knocked there. As Klaus picks up the elim onto the Dope there. So now it's just down to Misuki. As Dauntless looking to pick up these elims. Now they're gonna be looking to possibly start making their way on over towards that fight. But we shall wait and see. Klaus leading on the charge right now. Might just get that elim on to Reaper. Misuki being in the shed. Klaus needs to be a little careful as there's a player in the squad house. Misuki setting on in the shed. Casper gonna be moving on in. Klaus cooking up a need to throw onto Misuki as Casper does get knocked there. Misuki low on HP. Misuki trying to take a shot there onto Klaus, but not being able to do so. Klaus breaking that door there. Trying to get elim there. Klaus needing to be careful here. Misuki finally going to peek him there as he starts getting shot from the other side. Broken Spirit just down to Baz. Baz is going to look to throw a need on in onto Misuki. Somehow not being eliminated just yet with all these needs being thrown onto him. So that's going to be Dope eliminated there. It's now the last of 4 rogue men joining on in. Shakiri looking to cook up a need for the thirst there, but not getting it as Shakiri gonna jump on out, but Gorda gonna get that thirst there. So now gonna head on over here towards Xtreme Rain. 11 elims here. KD not. Almost there, being teared apart. So that's gonna be almost there. Eliminated. 15 elims here for Xtreme Marine. Top 5 situation now. All the rest of the teams in Pachinki Rivals 6 over here, taking a fight onto 4 rogue men as well as onto Broken Spirits. Baz being spotted here. So Young gonna get that elim there with the pump. That's good. Gonna be knocked. Geo pushing on up. Hewitt gonna get the knock onto Shakiri. Now just down to Gorda and Rayman. As Hewitt throwing these needs on in. Gorda pushing on back. As Rayman moving on up. Hewitt moving on around. As 4 rogue men pushing on in. Geo trying to avoid the DBS here. He's going to push on out. Now it is just down to Rayman here. Shall see Xtreme Rain looking to move on over here towards. That's going to be 4 rogue men eliminated. Now down to our top 3. Rain is still alive. We have Xtreme Rain, Rival 6, and Rain Esports. None zone. 9 people alive. 2 squads, 1 solo. How is it going to play out? Who is going to be looking to take this one for themselves? Shall see who is going to do so. Rival 6 is looking to take the fight here with Xtreme Rain. So that's going to be Shoyo and get it knocked. Oh, take some shots from Kryptonite. Kryptonite pushing his way into the Halo. Start taking some shots for Ninja now. Tagging him up just a little bit. Ninja gonna knock Kryptonite there. So that's actually going to be Code. So now it's just down to Geo and Hewitt. Stranger over here healing on 17 Elums. 3 more to be picked up. They could drop 20 here if they pick up all 3 of these Elums. Ninja looking towards Geo right now. Not going to spot him on out. Moving out around. Going to throw some smokes out. Does he spot Geo running out in the open there? I'm going to guess not, but they're going to be looking to send on towards Geo. Geo taking those shots towards him here. Are they going to send full send towards Geo right now? Geo getting tagged on up. Shall see here how this goes. Geo gonna get knocked there. As well. Now it's just down to Hewitt and Greeny. Hewitt in a smoking car right now. Is Xtreme Marine gonna look for him here? As they're making their way on into the zone. As they do spot where Hewitt is. AD taking shots towards him. Pulling out the S12. Hewitt getting chased. Car about to blow up. That's 19 Elums. Xtreme Marine. 19 Elums. Ninja with 8. Code with 2. Stranger with 5. And KD with 4. Now just down to Rainy here. Rainy, can he get the 1v4? What is going to happen here? Slowly making his way in. Xtreme Rain just immediately driving into the zone. Making sure to check this compound to see if it's clear or if anybody's holding it. As they're going to look to take this buggy as well. They know it's just a solo that he could be hiding anywhere, but they're making sure to clear out their circle right now. Stranger and KD here right be the ones to spot out Rainy here, as he said, in a shed. Not much he can do. Don't expect him to do anything besides dying. But that is about it. I like how he tried to go for the first aid very so late. Like, what the actual fuck is that? But that is gonna be the last and final match as Xtreme Rain takes it there with 19 elims. Rain Esports going on in second with 0. Rival 6 going on in third with 9. 4 Rogue Men going on in fourth with 1. Broken Spirit going on in fifth there with 6. Almost there, going on in sixth with 0. Dope going out in seventh there with 9. Daunt going on in eighth there with 6. Now we take a look at the rest of the results here. So we get to the bottom. Xtreme Slayers going to be the first team eliminated. Going out with 0 elims. Now take a look at stars in the match. 12-5 going all out. And then Stranger being the best companion there. So that is going to be it for me, guys. That is going to be the last game of the night. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. And hope you guys have a good rest of your night.